Good morning. We've got the day in Rotterdam. We've just arrived on the Stena Line ferry. You may have saw that in the last video. Now, people rave about Rotterdam. It's underestimated, underrated, but we're going to see what it has to offer on our day here. Let's make a video. We need to get to Rotterdam Central first. Let's do that, and I'll talk to you more there. Now here we are in the wind, out of the terminal. Let's find the train. There's a train track. There's a train station. So here's our train station. I believe you can tap in and tap out, and this will take you into Rotterdam Central. So that's us found the train station. Yeah, you can tap in and tap out if you want to get into town on the train, or you can download the RET app and buy your tickets there. You can get hourly passes, daily passes, stuff of that nature. But we're at the Hook of Holland train station. The trains are every 20 minutes or so. So we get the next one, get into the city centre and the main station, and we'll start exploring. Okay, so we're in Rotterdam Central. I just got off at Airline station. It's a 15-minute walk to Rotterdam Central. I could have gone on one more stop, but it got busy, it's rush hour, so I thought we'd go for a walk, see more of the city. And yeah, we'll be there in, like I say, 15 minutes, and we'll start exploring the city more. So this is the amazing architecture of Rotterdam Central Station. Absolutely fantastic. Look at the shape of that. Brilliant. Okay, so behind me is Rotterdam Central Station. It's got a modern skyline, angular roofs, and a hub for all your trains, Eurostar and others, regional trains, all your trams, and all your buses. Now I've got 5 hours to explore Rotterdam. This is where we're going to start and this is where we're going to finish. Let's get going. Okay, so now we're heading towards Lindbar. Now it's a modern built up area with lots of pedestrian access, paved areas. Now Rotterdam was bombed heavily during the Second World War. It's more or less flattened in places, and that's why it looks so modern and so different in this area. All new because there was nothing left. That's the rain on, folks. It's very wet. I've got a hat, but I think I'll see if this passes. It's looking brighter, and then I'll move on. Okay, let me tell you some more about this area. Because of the infrastructure that was here during the Second World War, the Allied bombers targeted this area, obviously because of the docks, but because of the rail tracks and munitions and everything that was here. They more or less flattened the place. There wasn't much left, so they rebuilt it. It reminds me a lot like Docklands. It's in the East End. That was obviously bombed by the Germans during the war, and when they moved the social housing out, flattened the area, and then built the Docklands we have today. Okay, the hat's out, the rain's still on. We're going to head over to Markthal. Now it's an indoor market for street food from around the world, coffee, fantastic looking market, beautiful ceiling. Stay tuned for that. We're going to head over there now and Let's see what we see on the way. Now these scooters and bikes here, you can hire. I've never seen a scooter for hire before, but Czech is the hire company, and somewhere there's an app for you to be able to hire those. And yeah, you can get a scooter to ride around town. No thank you. I wonder what those shields are at the top. Okay, after a Google check, that's the City Hall or Town Hall of Rotterdam. It's actually a lovely building. Like every city, we've got the bikes dumped down here, and in Rotterdam you even have wheelchairs dumped. I wonder where they ran off to. And there's another one just left abandoned. Oh no, I just made it under in time, look. Hailstones. Oh my goodness. We've got all the weathers today. Hailstones. And I had a few of them go down my neck. Freezing cold. I think I'm definitely going to wait for these to finish before we move on. Now look at that for an outside seating area. So they do things here. So this is kind of cool. This should give you an idea of just how close we are to Amsterdam. You've got the canals of Rotterdam in the city centre. You're walking over bridges. Yeah, you get that feel. So we're only an hour away from Amsterdam, I think. Let's keep going. So this is Markthal. On the outside you've got these apartments and shops. Wait until you see what's on the inside. Come on, let's go. I am soaked. If this isn't worth a subscribe, nothing is. Come on. So this is the amazing Markthal. Beautiful painted ceiling, food from around the world. Somewhere to get out of the rain and grab a coffee. There's even a tour I can latch on to. We've got Greek restaurants, my wife would love that. Food from all over the world, but that ceiling is amazing. And look at the hailstones out there. There is no chance that I am leaving at the moment. Look here. So this is Markthal with its huge curved artwork ceiling. At the right time, it's one of the busiest places in Rotterdam. There's a busy atmosphere, food stalls, you find something to eat and drink easily in here. Any food you like, fantastic place, definitely worth a look. Now let's move on to the next one. And what a difference 5 minutes makes. This is how much hail came down. Look at the state of it. 5 minutes later, the sun's trying to get through. Now we're going to move on. Wait until you see what's next. Now I can see them already. Now I never got coffee in Markthal. just there behind us. That's because I was distracted by the next thing I wanted to show you. I have to get the coffee somewhere else. But look at the amazing architecture of what I'm about to show you. These are the cube houses. So these are the cube houses of Rotterdam. Amazing architecture, amazing design. They're tilted at 45 degrees and people actually live in them. There's one I think you can go in to look around, and the windows are set down at an angle. Very strange. Not for me, not for everyone, but amazing architecture. So the cube houses were designed by Pierre Blom in 1984. They're a timber frame with tiles or clad on the outside. They're over 3 stories, 45 degree angle. Fantastic. There's 38 small cube houses and 2 super cube houses. I don't know where the super cubes are, but they're there. And here we are. This is where you can do the tour of the show house, as it were. There's still one for sale there. Some have been sold. They're 45 degree angle, every single one of them. So if you can imagine, you'd have your sink at waist height like this, and then your window will be going up and down at this angle, and you'll look down towards the pavement. Amazing architecture. I like it. We're not going to go on the tour though, because I'm only here for a few hours. Now I need to find out about getting a drink, because I only had a little tiny coffee on the boat when I came in this morning. So we're going to keep going, find a drink to keep myself topped up. And the next one is going to be good. Now, where I grew up, that would be gone, 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 that would be gone. It's nice to live in a high trust society. Let's try and keep it that way. So this is Old Harbour or Old Haven. This is one of the most historic feeling parts of Rotterdam, and it's the old feel surrounded by your modern buildings on the outside. Very beautiful. This is lovely. And there you can see the cube houses at the end of the harbour, all the old boats, and we're going to be heading that way. I wonder if any of these boats are hotels or B&Bs you can hire to sleep in. That's something I need to look out for. Yeah, it's lovely. That's how to do it. Put it up there and take it down when you need it. So here we have the main river in Rotterdam. You've got right at the distance here, you can see the TV tower. Now that was closed when I checked, they're remodelling that. But you can go up there and get a view of the city. And as you move around, you've got all the bridges of Rotterdam. Now that first bridge is where we're going next. That's the Erasmus Bridge. And we're going to get a bit closer and see what this Rotterdam landmark is like. Try and get below it at river level, but also we'll try and get on top. Now the Erasmus Bridge is called the Swan. Can you see why it looks like a swan back with folding its wings back, and the wires are supposed to be the wings going back as the swan stretches out, getting ready to fly. kind of see it, but it's not obvious. And you can even get your river cruise from Rotterdam, or at least it stops you in Rotterdam. Riviera Travel, the George Eliot. Wow. One day that's going to be me. If you subscribe to the channel, and when you see a video on the channel on one of those, you know I've got enough subscribers, and I love you all. Now here's a better view of the bridge. So can you see it? There's supposed to be the swan standing up there with the wings spread back. No, I don't either. So there's Erasmus Bridge. This is Rotterdam's iconic landmark on the river amongst the new city. You've seen the new city, a little bit of the old, some great architecture, an amazing market. Now we're on the water, and this is Europe's largest port city, and it still has that Dutch feel. It's not all industrial. You can see by the houses over there in the distance. You've got the Amsterdam feel about it without it being Amsterdam. Amsterdam's going to be on my list to go to this year. I like Rotterdam. It's a great feeling, a great city, a great place to explore. When the television tower in the distance is open, we'll go up there, we'll come back and do that. I found quite an amazing place to stay here. I'll have to come back with my son, my oldest boy, Taylor, and yeah, we'll do a video there staying in that, and maybe then we'll go to Amsterdam and do that part. Yeah, fantastic city, great time here. This is my whirlwind tour of Rotterdam. I hope you liked the video. I'm going to do a montage of my journey back to the station. We'll take a look at the Erasmus Bridge, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate you subscribing. See you later. Bye bye. So that was my tour of Rotterdam on this windy day. Hope you enjoyed it. There's loads to see. If you ever get caught here on the stop off, or you want to spend some time here, don't worry, there's loads to do, loads to see. I'm back at Rotterdam Central Station now. I'm going to start my next video soon, and I'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.